Heidi ho, boys and girls. Today we're going to talk about a support by fire, otherwise known as an SBF. All right, so right down here we see this is the symbol for support by fire, and these are the symbols for light machine guns. Okay, so what is a support by fire? Support by fire is a stationary firing position that provides continued suppression in order to allow the maneuver element freedom of movement. So in other words, a support by fire is a position where these people are going to stay in place and shoot continuously at the enemy in order to allow the assault element to maneuver freely. All right. The issues we're going to run into, the things we're going to have to deal with, the fight that we're going to have if we're in the support by fire is A, we have to maintain suppression on the enemy the entire time. That's the main objective. That's the primary goal. That's why we're here. In order to do that, we're going to have to conserve ammo. I know it seems counterintuitive. We have to shoot at the enemy nonstop. In order to do that, we have to not shoot at the enemy too much. But if we shoot all at the enemy and we are out of bullets within the first 5 minutes, but it takes our assault element 10 minutes to do this maneuver, then we haven't really helped them. We've left them out to dry. All right, and then lastly, in the same vein, we have to keep our guns running. So we're going to be shooting our guns a lot. We're going to be getting them hot. We're going to be pushing the limits of our weapon systems, and we're going to have to be intelligent and keep our guns up and deconflict any malfunctions they have. And lastly, but most importantly possibly, we have to know the location of our maneuver element. We have to know where the lead of our maneuver element is so we don't accidentally start shooting our own guys. Okie doke. So first, let's talk about some rates of fire. All right. Now we're going to talk about the sustained rate, the rapid rate, and the cyclic rate. All right. These rates are the actual numbers of the rate, how many rounds per minute, how many rounds per second, whatever. They are more dependent on the weapon system you're using than they are effects on the enemy. The reason that we establish these rates is to be able to expediently, in the moment, issue commands, go to the rapid, go to the sustained, go to the cyclic, and allow the rest of our gun line to understand what's going on. And having a standardized rate of fire that we're adhering to allows whoever's in charge of the support by fire to calculate and keep track of how many minutes of suppression we have with X amount of ammo we have available. Okay, so the sustained rate of fire is a rate of fire that the weapon system we're using can maintain perpetually with no issues and no expected malfunctions. For an AR or an AK style weapon, I would say this is 1 round every 3 seconds or 20 rounds a minute. The rapid rate of fire is an increased rate of fire that can be sustained for a few minutes without high risk of weapon failure. Again, for ARs and AKs, I would say this is about 3 rounds every 3 seconds or 60 rounds a minute. Okay? The cyclic rate is the maximum rate of fire a weapon system is capable of. It will rapidly result in weapon failure, often in under a minute. For an AR and AK style weapon, it takes approximately 10 to 15 seconds, depending on the shooter, to mag dump a 30-round magazine, and then you're looking at about a 2 to 5 second mag swap, depending on the shooter. That comes out to roughly 120 or plus rounds in a minute. Cool. Again, so sustained is a slow and steady but continual rate of fire on the enemy that won't damage our gun. A rapid rate is a definite uptick. We can use that to increase the rate of fire on the enemy, but we'll only be able to do it for a short period of time. It will, within a few minutes, cause issues with our weapon systems. All right, and then the cyclic rate is just as much rounds as we can, as fast as we can, but it's going to cause issues fast. A way that we can maintain a high rate of fire on the enemy and not wear out our guns or diminish our ammunition supplies is to utilize a technique called talking guns. Talking guns is when, as a collective unit, as a gun line, we swap who's firing with each burst of fire. Okay? So if we were doing the sustained rate, that means that gun one would shoot once, pow, and then we would count 3 seconds, and then gun 2 would shoot, pow, and then we would wait 3 seconds, and then gun 3 would shoot, pow, and then we would wait 3 seconds, and then back to gun 1, pow, wait 3 seconds, gun 2, pow, so on and so forth. All right, if it was the rapid, then gun 1 would shoot, pow, 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 wait 3 seconds, gun 2, pow, 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 wait 3 seconds, gun 3, pow, 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 wait 3 seconds, gun 1, pow, pow, pow. Okay, again, a little redundant, but just to make sure we understand, if we were doing talking guns at the cyclic rate, gun 1 would dump an entire magazine, 30 rounds, bang, 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 as fast as he can, and then he would immediately start to reload. While he's reloading, gun 2 would pick up and they would mag dump, bang, 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 as fast as they can until they have to reload. They start to reload. Gun 3 picks up, bang, 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 bang. He can suppress the enemy as fast as he can. When he starts to reload, gun 1 is already back up. He starts to shoot the enemy, bang, 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 bang. Okay? So, the effect the enemy experiences while we do talking guns, they have a continual string of fire coming at them at whatever the rate of fire we dictate is, whether it be sustained, rapid, or cyclic. Okay, the enemy is experiencing a non-stop barrage of bullets. But we, as shooters, as guns, can give ourselves a rest, and we can conserve the total amount of ammunition we're shooting while maintaining suppression of the enemy. Okay, so whoever's running the support by fire, you're going to utilize these techniques, right? Do I want everybody to shoot at the sustained? Do I want everybody to shoot at the rapid? Do I want everybody to shoot at the cyclic? Or do I want to do talking guns at the sustained, or talking guns at the rapid, or talking guns at the cyclic, okay? And how you would issue that command is you would say, talking guns at the rapid rate, starting on gun 1, go now. And then gun 1 would shoot 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds. Gun 2 would shoot 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds. Gun 3 would shoot 1, 2, 3. If there's a failure, if one of the guns goes down, they're going to call out gun down, and that just means they're out of the rotation until they're back up, right? So gun 2 goes down, gun 3 shoots 1, 2, 3. Then 3 seconds, gun 1 shoots 1, 2, 3. Then 3 seconds, gun 3 shoots 1, 2, 3. Then 3 seconds, gun 1 shoots 1, 2, 3. Gun 2 yells back up. Gun 2 shoots 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds. Gun 3 shoots 1, 2, 3. All right. The other problem you can have, if you get out of sync or two guns start trying to shoot at the same time, typically whoever's in charge will call out to start on gun 1 or start on gun 2, and then we pick it back up from there. But anybody can, right? If they're failing or there's not a designated person in charge of the support by fire, whoever can call out, reset, talking guns, on me, gun 2, 1, 2, 3, wait 3 seconds, gun 3, 1, 2, 3, wait 3 seconds, gun 1, 1, 2, 3, wait 3 seconds, gun 2, 1, 2, 3. Cool. So that's talking guns. The guns are talking back and forth in synchronized order in order to have continued suppression on the enemy while conserving our ammunition and resting our weapon systems and ourselves as shooters. Excellent. The last thing I'm going to talk about is shift fires and cease fires. All right, as our maneuver element has left where we're at and maneuvered up this tree line and they are staged, initially we're going to all be shooting at 1 to soften this target. Once they call out or signal to us that they're about to cross over this last line of cover and actually attack the target, we're going to shift our fires to 2. Okay, once they're inside of 1, doing what they're doing, we're going to have some of our guns probably shift fires onto 3. All right, if they're going to go from 1 to 2, we're going to shift fires from 2 exclusively onto 3 while they're in 2. If they're then going to go from 2 to 3, we're going to be cut off. No more shooting while they come to 3. And then we will maintain cut off until they completely exfil the area, and only then, if targets represent themselves after they're egressing, can we pick fires back up. If they're coming here to take and hold this ground, then once they've come and cleared everything out, they're going to hold security posture like this, and the support by fire will pick up and they will head and join them. and create one defensive posture in here. All right, the location we want to pick for our support by fire, all right, we want to make sure it has good cover and concealment. Cover being things that will physically stop a bullet, and concealment will be it stops somebody from seeing me, I'm hidden. All right, so a mound of dirt is cover, and a brush, a shrubbery, is concealment. Ideally we'd want cover, but we'll take concealment if that's all we can get. We want to have good cover and concealment because we are going to be here. We're going to be in one spot the whole time in a sustained gunfight with the enemy. We're shooting at them nonstop, and most likely they're going to be shooting back at us the whole time. You're going to want body armor if you have it. You're going to want to be in a good covered and concealed position. You want to have good angles of fire, both on the enemy and with your maneuver element, right? So this is perfect. Probably won't be perfect in real life, but as close to this as you can get. This is 90 degrees, right? So we are assaulting from this direction, and we are support by fire shooting from this direction. That means the enemy is going to be getting hit from two angles of fire, pretty much giving them no place they can hide from, that barrage of fire coming from two directions. And it also means we can stay shooting the longest, right? If we were over here trying to support them, we're going to be cut off, right? When they're at number 1, we probably can't shoot at 1 or 2. All we can do is 3. But because we're not here, we're over here, we can shoot at 2 even while they're in 1 because we have better angles of fire with our maneuver element. We also want to make sure that our support by fire position, if possible, has good observation over the battle space, be that an elevated position or at the end of our cover and concealment, it opens up and gives us a clear line of sight on the enemy, whatever the case is. We want to make sure that we can observe the whole battle space, not only our pre-planned targets, but even the negative spaces and unknown areas. That way, no matter what happens during the engagement, from our support by fire location, we can suppress the enemy and provide support to our maneuver element. And the last thing you want to consider is a good point of egress, both covered and accessible from the support by fire, right? So if we're going to come here, if this is a raid, and we're going to come here and do our raid, and then they're going to leave, and then we're going to leave, we want to make sure that there's a good place that we can leave, we can exit from the support by fire and not be exposed to the enemy. Because we are going to be here for the whole fight, right? We're going to be here until the maneuver element completely leaves, and once they're out and gone, then we're going to be able to break down and leave. So we're going to want that egress route accessible to us and covered from the enemy. All right, boys and girls, that's a support by fire. Support by fire is a fixed shooting position that provides continual suppression to allow maneuver element to make large movements on the enemy. All right, go get her.